Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. So let's take a look at GBPJPY for the day. So before we get started, as most of my viewers on this channel are not subscribers, right? So you found this in your video on the search box, which you've not subscribed. This is one of the reasons why I want you to click on that subscribe button and also make like and also make a comment. I would love to watch out for it. So let's get started on GBP JPY. So I did analysis and I told you guys that this GBP JPY, we are on a bearish move. If you see this trend itself, especially when you look at this full trend, so we would see this as a lows on GBP JPY. We would expect this as a pullback. We would not take this as a lows, right? We saw this lows broke this previous lows, and we would now consider this as a pullback. After this pullback, what do we expect? Another drop that should be able to take out this loss. After it has taken out this loss, what do we next? What do we expect next? Another continuous drop. But I told you guys that before we continue that bearish move downward, we should be able to take out this lows where price has this our previous lows, right? This is it here. So we expect price to actually drop to that same lows, which is a level of 163. So I've told you guys that watch out for that level. At least you should be able to take out that level, and before we continue to go down. But we all add something today, right, on GBP JPY, which actually we had a bearish move on JPY index, or we can see a bullish move on GBP to JPY. One of the reasons why we had this bullish move on GBP to JPY is that our JPY index, which is our JPY PS, is actually correcting. So we will get into that soon. Now let's take a look at it. Um, let's take a look at this trend before I take you guys to the index. So we will see this as a lows. You would consider this as a correction. You would take a look at it as a new lows. What do you expect next? A new correction. After this correction, what are you expecting, guys? Be expecting a further drop. So this JBPJPY, a bearish move is what we will be expecting soon. Possibly next day, which is 6, which I strongly believe we would have that bearish move by the next day, but it depends on how this USD index will play out. Now let's see it depends on how this JPY index will play out. So when you take a look at this trend on this JPY index, you clearly can see one movement, a bullish move. That is it. One, first of all, you can see a bullish move. Secondly, is that this price is above our 10th period moving average. So this is the moving average I'm using, 10th period. We all know the rules of trading this moving average. Once our price is above our 10th period moving average, then there's only one movement we all should be looking out for, which is to actually go long, right? So we clearly can say this is an higher above our moving average. But now we are actually having a correction. I told you guys I highlighted it here. I think I did the analysis about last week Thursday or Friday, right? I did analysis. I told you guys that price will get to close to this level and give us a pullback. Now you've got it to this close, you've got it to this level. And I told you guys before you actually continue this your GPY, watch out for a pullback. Guess what? You have gotten that pullback. So let's start this movement from here. So we will see this as an ice. We will now take this as a correction on JPY, GBP JPY, or sorry, JPY index. Then we will now take this as a correction. We will now see this as a new highs, and then here comes the correction. What we've gotten now is a new highs. What have we got after this new highs? Of course, we expect a correction. So we see we are currently at a level of 819, so we should see to drop to a level of 817. So by the time you will have watched it, if you are watching it late, price should have been able to hit this level you are talking about. And guess what? We would expect a continuous bullish move. So once this price can give us a pullback that we are once expecting for, right, which I'm predicting for, I'm watching out for, which is this level of 817. Price can even drop further than that. I'm not trying to be precise. You can't be 100% precise when predicting on forex, but the thing is that at least we should be close to it. And if price can get to a level of 187, then we should expect a bullish move. And also have it that price can also break below it and go to a level of 815 or 816, but we'd watch out for a level of 817. So once it gets there, we should expect that bullish move. So as we would be expecting a bullish move on JPY index, any other PS we will be trading to JPY should give us a bearish move. Notice that as we will be expecting a bull run or a bullish move on JPY, then we should also be expecting a red or a bearish move on GBP JPY. So that's will now serve as a movement like this, a lower lows, um lower highs here we consider as a lower lows, take this as a lower highs, guess what you'll be expecting next? Another lower low. So this GBPJPY, we should be expecting a drop. Coupled with the fact that this price is still below the 10 period moving average. You all know I use 10 period moving average to guide me. As long as this my price is below this 10 period moving average, I will be looking for just an opportunity or a sell opportunity, right? So you're looking for a way to actually sell this. And what I've just gotten here, I think this is actually a sell opportunity because price has now given me a pullback. So at least from here to this level to take out this ice, that should be giving me about 200 pips, right? I mean, if I'm to go look for a way to sell to take out this candlestick wick here, I'll grab about 200 plus pips. And if I'm going to go further down to take out this level down here, I should be able to grab at least 300 to close to 400 pips, right? So this GBPJPY has given me like a sell opportunity, where it's just for me to actually know when to actually pull this trigger, and I'll sell on my GBPJPY. Now let's see what this 4-hour time frame says. So we can see this 4-hour time frame is going. We can see that this on the foot trend on this 4-hour time frame, you can see it is a lower lows and lower highs. So let's see it like this as a lower lows. You would consider this as a lower highs on GBPJPY, a new lows, right? And here comes a lower highs. You would not consider this as a new lows. Then you would take this as a lower highs or a correction. New lows that broke this previous lows. You notice that these new lows are breaking these previous lows. You see lows, new lows broke this previous lows, new lows broke this previous lows, new lows have been made that broke this previous lows, and we can consider this as a correction. A new lows again that broke this previous lows. Now here comes a correction. I strongly believe by this new lows we will be embarking on, we should be able to break this previous lows. So, but before that, if you can take out this lows here, take out this lows in case, right? Now let's see what these people will give us from here to this lows here. That should be giving us about 240 pips. I mean, if you can grab at least 200 pips on this GBPJPY by the time you sell, I mean, that is enough, right, for the week. That, at least for me, is enough for the week or for the week. It just depends on the lot size you use. But before you actually sell on this GBPJPY, wait for confirmation or multiple break or structure downward on the 30 minutes time frame. So let's see what this 30 minutes time frame says. So when you see lower lows and lower highs on the 30 minutes time frame, then look for a way to sell. You can see on this 30-minute time frame, this is still an higher highs and higher lows. That is to tell you that the correction, which is bullish move, is not yet over. We are still having that correction move. But if you see lower lows on the 30 minutes time frame, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, maybe then you can now jump in on this trade, enter lower lows. And if you want your patience enough, you can wait for a lower highs, enter again to enter lower lows. So just wait for a multiple break or structure downward on the 30 minutes time frame before you consider to take this trade for this GBP JPY.